In this week's video, I was actually inspired to do a fashion illustration, triggered by the idea of setting boundaries and the sacrifices that may come along when you stick with them. Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Delaya from thedelayab.com, and I'm a fashion designer who encourages women to personalize their styles so they can feel comfortable standing out with confidence. Originally, I had planned to do a video of me sewing a puffer jacket, you know, like the super duper thick ones with all the batting and just like a big puff bubble. I was so eager and so ready to do one of those, but once I designed it and then I started to look up the materials that I would need to buy to make it happen, the cost like quickly added up. It was going to be a couple $100s. The batting itself was maybe $100 plus the fabric and all of that. So what I realized was this project was going to be pretty expensive. It added up to an amount that overly exceeded my monthly budget for design, which is actually the boundary that is set in place and the boundary in question. I even tried to justify the project and rationalize it by saying that I could use my own fabric, a fabric that I have in stash. It is like this ribbed knit that I actually had enough of. I probably have enough of to do the puffer jacket. That's what triggered the inspiration. There's ribbed lines in the fabric and the lines just keep going and going and going. But boundaries, like in life and things, boundaries stop the lines. Boundaries end what would naturally keep going. So in the design, I thought, let's play with boundaries and the idea of lines. So for the puffer jacket, the lines just go straight up and down because it's a puffer jacket, so you don't really need that many like style lines or boundaries, but the stitch going across that actually makes the puff, that makes the bubble, is a boundary. Like it's stopping the batting from going to one area to another. And from there you can play with the lines in styling or the style lines. So on the center front placket, the lines are going horizontal instead of vertical. You have a switch up of direction in the hood from vertical to horizontal lines. But the fact of the matter still remains that all the other materials like the batting and the zipper and the grommets and everything else I wanted to use for the design still cost money and was still over the budget that I had set for myself. And from there, I did actually have the idea of doing a loungewear design concept, which is a flared pant and a crew neck top. And the crew neck top, again, has that angled organic feel. And the pants have flared and a lot of fun and just open and comfortable. But overall, the main focus is the lines and how they stop, how they're interrupted from another section, or they're interrupted with a contrast direction of the line. Overall, because we know me, I wanted the design to be comfortable and look comfortable. So I think the color of the whiteness makes it fresh, and the knit fabric itself is very comfortable. I also looked to architecture. Architecture is clearly big online because, you know, it's a building standing up. So I looked at a few architecture projects at a few houses and just to see how they cut up line. There's a lot of angles. There's organic line, whether it's organic from the material used or just organic because the line is curved instead of a straight line. So that was pretty interesting to me. And here are other things that inspired the design. So even with a new design concept in mind and lessening the amount of money I would spend on this project, but still not decreasing it enough that it needed to be, I had to make a choice. Do I go through, follow my creative heart, and make this puffer jacket come to life? Or do I stick with the boundary that I've already set for later satisfaction? Because, you know, boundaries, you're probably not going to get the result or anything you want right then and there. And since you're watching this drawing video instead of a sewing video, it's pretty obvious which option I chose and which one I went with. And even though I went with the boundary option, believe me, it was still a very hard decision to make because I really did want to bring this design to life. I really did want to buy this fabric and all these materials and just, you know, make it happen. But I had to take a moment and think which one would have a greater impact on the life that I'm trying to design. Yes, I can make this dope jacket and I can wear it probably all of 5 times and build my credibility in this design space and get a couple views on YouTube, or I can stick with the boundary and, you know, flex my willpower muscle, which is needed, or stay on track and become the better person I see myself being and design the better life that I see myself having. And I feel proud and confident paying something off instead of digging myself back into a little baby hole of debt over a very nice jacket. A good, well-intentioned boundary can actually set you up for life if you can hold on to it. No matter if it's a physical goal, a financial goal, an emotional well-being, or like a needed mindset shift, setting and following boundaries can elevate us to newer heights and continue to help us design our best lives. So if you enjoyed this video, thank you for watching. You'll like this video in the top corner. It's a video I did that was inspired by the fight for equality and me finding my voice in a time of civil unrest and during the protests. Until next time, guys, stay safe and keep designing your best life. Bye!